Hola, peoples. Hello, good afternoon. Welcome. What's up? What's good? Let me know something exciting. It's it's kind of hello Mona. Good to see you. Hello Clara. Welcome. The weather today has been wonderful, but it's like that in between stage where it's not. It's still that in between stage where it's not quite cool enough, and it's not. It's. I'm glad that it's cool, but hello Sarah, welcome. But it's still kind of hot enough where it's like you need that AC on. You need some cool breeze. Uh, so it's that uncomfortable stage and weather. But yeah, we're gonna have fun today. We're gonna do another Rebecca Campbell deck. It's called the Starseed Oracle. So I'm excited for that. We'll see what pops up. I hope everyone's doing well. I hope you all are having a great day so far, creating something exciting for yourselves. It's been good today. I'm trying to think of what I did, I accomplished I accomplished quite a bit today. I got a project halfway finished. So, yeah. All right. So, let's just get into this, y'all. And always feel free, feel comfortable expressing yourself. This is our time together. We are co-creating this adventure here. And so you're more than welcome to share your thoughts, your perceptions, whether you think they align with what's going on or not. Whatever that you pick up from the cards, always feel free to share that and to express that because you never know what you're going to see. What you have to say might, be a really great conversation starter and something that someone else may need at the moment. So always feel free to express yourself. So the first card that we're going to work with this afternoon is all paths lead home. So just take a moment to think about that at first. Like all paths lead home. What does that mean? What does that say to you? How does that make you feel? All paths lead home. Inner authority, intuition, turn your gaze within. All paths lead home. So it's normal. It's normal to look to the external world for answers and guidance. What's revolutionary is turning your gaze inward. You're being called to source your guidance from within, to study the terrain of your inner landscape, to develop a reliable relationship with your soul. The more time you spend connecting with your soul, the deeper the connection will become. The challenge for empaths is staying connected without cutting off from the world. The best way to do this is to develop a daily practice that helps you to keep checking in, to draw on the wisdom within, and let that be the authority in your life. If this card appears, you may be called to develop or switch up your spiritual practice, to get in the habit of turning your gaze within, getting centered for the day before consuming anything from the outside world, to start from a feeling of at homeness, and throughout each day to find simple ways to keep coming home. This doesn't mean switching off from the realities of today's world. We need as many conscious people as possible living with their eyes wide open. Rather, it's a call to start your day from a place of connectedness, grace, and devotion. So when you go out into the world and when you let the world in, you do it from an unshakable state of being, a state where you draw your strength, authority, and guidance from a place deep, deep within. Well, hello, Sina. Welcome. So let's see. Starseed Soul Inquiry, the question: how are you being called to turn your gaze within? How are you being called to turn your gaze within? So what does that say to you? How does this card make you feel? What pops up for you? We all go to heaven? Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I can see that. So what's it expressing to you? How does it make you feel? Let's talk about it. Share your thoughts. Penny for your thoughts, anybody? Really though, it's like all paths lead home. And this is definitely saying like now is the time. Like it's important to engage with our world. We are living this physical existence. We are living this experience. And so it is important for us to have that physical experience and not to run away or to escape it. But it's also very important to remember who we truly are, and remember how connected we actually are. We are not disconnected. We are absolutely interconnected with one another, with source and with God, goddess, whoever you work with or whatever you call. And all paths lead to home. So again, this is a time where it is important that we pay attention to what is going on within us and how we feel, how we connect with things, how we connect with people. Pay attention to our relationships, pay attention to what we feel, not just about ourselves, but about the world around us. Does that make sense? So this is a really great time to start listening to what is like stirring, what is boiling over maybe within us, and to understand where we are being guided. And so sometimes the best guidance comes from within, where we don't necessarily need to ask an outside source for their thoughts when we need to have some time to meditate, have some time to connect with our internal source. And I like the fact that it explains that it's time for us to really before we engage in the world, to come home, to get to know and ground and center and get to know who we really are, and tap into that sort of experience, that source, that beauty, that connectedness for us. When we tap into that before we engage in the outside world, we start to engage in the outside world from a very a well-rounded and a well-grounded space, right? Does that make sense? Ooh, I like your hoops. I'm a huge fan of hoops. You got the hoops. I love them. So I believe to look into yourself, yes. Put effort into myself and stop giving to takers and allow myself to be myself. Yes. What is that in your picture? That looks so much fun. Anyways, but I like that. Yes, it's allowing yourself to be yourself by connecting with yourself before you engage, because a lot of times we can get caught up. We get caught up in the gossip, we get caught up in the drama, we get caught up in all the bullshit that is the outside world. But if we can take some time before we engage with the world, if we take some time to like tune in with ourselves, to ground, to center, to run our energy. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. How fun. But we take time to connect with ourselves and our spirits, our ancestors, whoever, whatever we do, but we make sure to do something to connect, right? To sort of ground and feel in alignment with ourselves. Then when we engage with the others, the outside world, we do so from our most authentic space. And it's easier to remain true to ourselves. It's easier because we've already activated that energy before we interacted with the world around us, right? Uh, so all paths lead home. Let's shuffle. Let's find out what our next card is to contemplate this afternoon. Again, thank you everyone for showing up. I really appreciate you being here, sharing time with me, and I hope that you enjoy the dailies. I hope that you enjoy just contemplations. Again, this does not take place from any other personal reading. This is just a collective experience we get to sort of share in. So all paths lead to home. Make sure you connect with yourself before you connect outwardly. And listen to your intuition. Where are you being guided? What do you need right now? Okay, let's see. Our next card. Oh, that's funny. Huh. Our next card is literally, it's called. It says called. um, Soul gifts and training. It's time to step up. Ooh, interesting. Called. So what does it mean? Let's just think about it. What does it mean to be called? Like, let's say you are being called. What does that mean to you? Like when you think of that, like the first thing, boom, the first thing that pops into your head, to be called. What is that? What does that say to you right now? Soul gifts and training. It's time to step up. What does that mean for you? Like, what does it mean right now for you to step up? Like, hey, you're being called to step it up. What does that mean? What does that say to you? What's the first thing that pops into your head? So, you came to Earth with a double mission: to grow as a soul and to bring about a shift in consciousness. The best way to fulfill these personal and collective purposes is to trust it is that your soul is calling you toward, for it's encoded within the most direct path forward. Your soul has many unique gifts that it came here to share. Some you may already be aware of, others you're just beginning to uncover. You're being called to remember that your soul intelligently chose the perfect conditions to carry out your soul's mission and share your soul's gifts. If you're being called toward a creative project, a passion, or an adventure, this card is your confirmation that you're facing the right way and that this moment right here is destined. If you're feeling underprepared or thinking, who am I to do that? This card is guiding you to step up and leap and consider perhaps that your soul has been training for this moment right here for lifetimes. I like that. What does that say to you? Let's talk about it. I love it. I like it a lot. Uh, let's see. For me, it's my blessing is calling me. I've been ignoring my calling for a long time. Uh huh. I like that. I like it. And it really it's definitely saying, look, we I feel like a lot of times there's all of this like stuff placed on us. You know what I mean? All of these ignorances, all of this stuff that's just placed on us saying that we can't do this or we can't do that. And we have this fear that, oh, what if I don't succeed? But you know what? What if I do? What if I do succeed? At least, I'm trying, I'm doing something that makes me happy. I'm working towards it. What if it goes well? What if instead of like thinking the worst, what if it's the best thing in the world for me? And guess what? If I don't like it, if I don't like something, I get to change it because this is my life and my story, right? This is my creation. And so it's okay if I choose something and I discover, you know what, it's not for me. I thought I was being called to do this. And here's the thing. Here's the thing, too. It's like we get called to do certain things, but it doesn't mean that we're called to do it forever. I'm sorry if I'm yelling. I feel like I have to yell to be for it to be heard. We don't have, if we're called to do something, we might gain experience, gain training, gain allies, or learn things from those experiences and enjoy it for a time, and then it's time to move on, move forward, because like it might not be a forever thing. So we don't have to feel bad when we decide to change something or feel bad when we decide to shift something. Just an example, like did hair for a long time. It was my profession, and I'm a licensed cosmetologist to do hair. I don't love it. I do not love it. I enjoy it. I love the art, but I don't like doing it as a job. But I will say I was called to do that, right? I was called to explore that, and it really helped me with my social anxiety to a point. It really helped me learn how to communicate with people. It really helped me learn how to connect and to be a part of something. So I learned a lot from being able to do hair. Because I'm socially awkward and it's really hard for me to engage with people. So I learned a lot. I learned a lot of things when doing hair, which I'm grateful for. But I recognize that at a certain time, like, you know what, this is not my forever thing, and at times I feel bad for not doing hair because I am trained to do it and I can make a lot more money doing it. But that doesn't make me happy. And so what's the point? I need to figure out what I love and do what I really enjoy and figure out how to build that up, right? And so I decided to do something different. and I did, and I am still doing something different, and I enjoy it and I love it. So we can, and I learned a lot. Like a lot of the stuff I learned from hair that time of my life, I apply now. I've learned so much. Does that make sense? And so when we're called to do something, also don't feel bad when you're called to do something else and you feel like it's time to move forward, because you can take what you learn and what you gained and apply it to your next experience. So all paths lead home. We recognize now is the time to trust our inner guidance. Now is the time to really discover for ourselves like what we really want out of life, who we really want to become, what is important to us, and to start listening to our soul, our spirit, and to start plugging in first before we plug into anything else. Plug into ourselves, plug into our divinity, do connect, right? Connect and focus there before we then experience the world, and know that we're being called to do something, and ask ourselves, we need to ask ourselves, what are we being called to do? Let us explore that, and let us trust our internal guidance system to put us on the right path to receive the blessings of what we're being called to do. And also let us start to, if we need training, let us be open to receiving that training. Let us be open to doing the things that we need to do for ourselves to step up. And if we're fear-based, like if we're like, I don't know if I can do this, well, you know what? Why don't you just try? Why don't you give yourself, the shot to do it? Why don't you give yourself the opportunity to do what you really want? Give yourself, learn, educate yourself, learn all of the best practices as best as you can, and follow through. Give yourself some time to make this happen. You deserve that. You deserve that. And what's the worst that could happen? You decide you don't like it. Well, that's okay. At least you tried. At least you put it, you put the time and investment in to figure that out. So you're better for it, right? So any last minute thoughts? Any last minute thoughts? I think I like where that is ending. I like that sort of like end of the concept of the contemplation, where again we remind ourselves all paths lead to home. So let me tune in with myself. Maybe it's time to stop listening to other people who are like pissing on our what does my aunt say? Pissing on our rainbow. And it's not fun. It's not fun when other people, they don't realize how excited we are or what we really want, and then they say certain things, and it just it makes us feel sad. It makes us feel like, ugh, why do I even want that? But we need to not let them have that power over us, because that's their story, their life, not ours. And so we need to recognize that maybe we need to stop listening to other people and their bullshit when we really, really want to go for something in life. We have to utilize proper discernment for sure, but check in with yourself. Check in and start to connect with yourself. Before you connect with anything else. Meditate, chant, whatever it is. Connect with yourself, ground center before you connect with the world, and see how that feels to you. Okay. So yeah, it's time to step it up. It's time to focus on what brings you joy and what brings you happiness and what you want to be doing. Educate yourself, get that extra training if you need. Know that if you want something, a pathway will be provided. When I say a pathway will be provided, I don't mean it's just gonna, come out of thin air, or you're gonna be able to pull it out of your ass or something. You do have to do the work. So no, like trust, a pathway will be provided, but at the same time, we must initiate those energies. We must look for the path. We must tell the path, or tell the universe what we're looking for, and then put ourselves out there and receive it, right? Allow ourselves to receive it. Well, thank you, Sina. Thank you for being here. So yeah, that's the end of our our time together, y'all. So I hope that you can take something from this. If you're watching a recording of this, always feel free to comment. Thank you so much, everyone, for showing up today. I really appreciate you. We will be back tomorrow morning. We do 2 videos a day, Monday through Friday, 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon. And I hope that you like these. Always let me know. Please, like, always comment. Let me know if you're enjoying the work that we're doing here, because I like to know. I like to know if what you get from it, or if you're getting anything from it. And if you have requests for future content besides the Deviant dailies, uh, you can message me and request a specific topic for me to talk on. Anything like that. I really enjoy these, so I'll keep doing them. But yeah, I enjoy the interaction. So if you want to know how to support this experience and find me all over social media, click the link in the description. Join my mailing list so I can email you some good stuff ever so often. And yeah, I'll talk to you tomorrow morning. So enjoy the rest of your evening, morning, whatever day, whatever time it is, wherever you are. And a blessed new moon, y'all. The new moon was this morning. So have fun. Take care.